to another video. Today's video, I'm in France. You join me at Blavett Valley Lakes. We got here on Friday evening, about 8 o'clock-ish. We stayed the night in one of the caravans, so you can arrive on a Friday and then pay the £60 fee for the B&B. So on the Friday evening we had some dinner, had a nice chat. Headed off to the caravans, got some sleep. At about 9 o'clock we went out for our breakfast. That was very nice. The food is lovely here. So we had our breakfast, then we wandered off down the lake, decided on swims. Me and my dad have decided to jump in the point. There's not that many fish down here. To be honest, all the fish are in a swim called the Rails. But that's a single swim, it's proper snag fishing, so we couldn't really double up in there. So my uncle's gone in that, he's had a couple already. And it's a Sunday now, and I've already had one. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'll roll the clip in a minute, but that was on my right hand rod up against the far margin, just on a little shelf. So that's where we've got a few of our rods positioned. I've got a couple in open water, and my dad's got all of his. Well, he's got one on the margin shelf, and then two at the bottom of the shelves. Probably going to go do a little bit of stalking later, so I'll take you with me, see if I can catch a fish. But yeah, we'll have to see. It's raining now. I'll give you a quick little view of the lake. I don't know how well you can see that. I think the lens is a bit blurred over. This is our swim. It goes right around the corner now. And there's another swim next to it. But yeah, this is what we've got situated in front of us. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. The lake also goes right up there. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, so this is the chunk of the mirror I caught, £38. That was on a snowman rig to the far bank. Yeah, the footage corrupted, so this is the best I can do. Right, so this is one that my dad had, £15, only small, but they all count. Yeah, my footage corrupted all that day, so this is the next day. And yeah, lovely little fish, so yeah, I'll roll you the next clip. The left hand rod went absolutely screaming off. And it's coming with this lovely £30 14-ounce mirror. Lovely fish. It's ended that spell of no fish for a while, so it's a relief this one, and I'm over the moon with it. That fell to a 12mm yellow Northern Special pop-up on a Ronnie rig. Placed next
Have a smile without you talking for a moment.
Placed between two trees, so yeah, I'm going to get some more pictures and slip them back. So this was the rig that done the bite. Faithful old Ronnie rig, 12mm CC Moore Northern Special. So yeah, we're going to get back out on that spot, and it's time for my dad to have one. Well, that was a relief. I was just starting to get a bit worried. There's not that many fish in front of us there. There's quite a lot held up down the other end. But last night we got quite a few liners, saw a few fish sort of roll in. And then I was just sitting down feeling sorry for myself, tying some rigs. And then that rod absolutely ripped off. That is just a stalking spot down the bank that we've been fishing in the day. So yeah, we've just put 2 rods in there in the day. And yeah, that's been doing us, well, that's done us 2 bites. So 1 on my right hand rod and then 2 on the ones down there. So it's working that spot down there. So we're going to keep at it. See if we can get a few more. It's my dad's turn now. So I'm going to chill out for a bit. It is nice when it's your turn on the rods, but if you need to go have a shower or stuff, you don't really want to because you've got your rods out. But yeah, I'm going to get a few more rigs tied. Try and locate the rest of the stuff that I chucked everywhere when that rod went off. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you with a fish or with my dad holding a fish. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I'll put some bait in a margin down there. I fished that margin the last couple of nights. Nothing on it, but I just chucked a marker float down there. Went round, catapulted 5 or 6 pouches of pellet. Probably get quite a few tench around it, but I don't mind catching tench, keep me entertained. There's some quite big tench in here, over a figure. This is the swim again, and then you can see in between those 2 trees, that's where we had that bite, and we've got another rod under that tree. There is a corner that goes like right down, but we've just been baiting that up. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I will speak to you in a bit. Yeah. Right, so it's just getting up to dinner time now, and I thought I'd take you through the rigs that I've been using, or that I'm going to use tonight. So on my left hand rod, I'm going for a pop-up. It's a Orange Northern Special on a Ronnie rig. This has got a size 4 Incredible Tackle CRV hook, Incredible Tackle shrink tubing, Incredible Tackle quick change swivel, and some Korda camo hook length material. And that's just going to sit upright like that. And yeah, hopefully I can pick up a fish. I thought I'd try pop up on 1 rod. I have been for the whole week, and we've had 2 fish on pop-ups now. They were on yellow, so, but I thought I'd try an orange because I haven't really used them much before. So on my right hand rod, I'm going for a slip D rig with a Dynamite Baits Complex T 15mm hardened hooker, tipped off with an AA Baits yellow topper. Now, the bait that they provide on this lake, or that you have to buy, is Dynamite Baits, so you can get the Tiger Nut Boilie, the Complex T, or the Sauce. You are allowed to take your own hook baits, but just no boilie or anything. So that's that one sorted. And then on my middle rod, I've got another slip D rig with Active Baits 2TB 12mm wafter, tipped off with a bit of yellow plastic horn. And yeah, hopefully that will do me a few bites tonight. That would be nice. We haven't had any action in the night at all while we've been here. I think the earliest bite I've got is about 6 o'clock, and that was a tench. But yeah, those are the hook baits that I'm using. We'll have to see what comes tonight, but I will catch up with you in a bit. Right, so my dad's middle rod ripped off. My turn on the rods. That's coming with this lovely £31 mirror. Absolutely chuffed this one.
Sorry.
Fell to a double tiger nut. Put about a rod length off the far margin. And
Double tiger nut.
I'm going to slip him back.
On Instagram.
Right, here we go.
It's meant to be.
£2, 5 ounce. Or Slavic Valley mirror. I'm Dad. On the driving force between behind Jacob Judges. While we catch pasties like this, while he's catching lumps.
Let's go.
Hang on, I'll get one on normal photo to make it look big.
You don't need to.
No, no.
I think we're all good now.
One more.
Yeah, that had all shit on it on the last lot.
Oh, that's a 30.
Hold it out more, it look bigger.
Oh, Jesus. Hang on, I can't even fit it in frame. This is one of the bathrooms. The other one's likewise. Shower's really nice, toilet's nice. Everything's perfect. And yeah, these are the facilities you get. And yeah, this is just the bathroom. Right, so my left hand rod's gone screaming off, and it's come with this lovely little £7 sturgeon. I'm holding it a bit funny because it feels weird. That sounds really stupid, but it's very rough and bristly. So yeah, I'm going to slip him back. Good evening. It's about 9:20. This is Thursday evening. Yeah, today's been much more promising. The wind's been pushing up here all day at quite a rate, and we didn't really have any action. I was surprised, but then about 4 o'clock, I had an absolute ripper on my dad's middle rod. It was my turn on the rods, so I hit that, played it in, and it came in with a lovely £30 mirror. And then literally 20 minutes after that, maybe not even that long, the rod down the bank went whizzing off. It was my dad's turn, and that came with a nice £22 mirror. But yeah, there's definitely a few more about. There's been a lot of fizzing sort of in front of me. Oh, and then this evening I caught that sturgeon on my left hand rod on my spot, and then I put that back and I was just casting out my middle rod. I put it on the rest. The right hand rod whacked the top, and then it started taking line, so I hit it, and it came in with the same sturgeon. I didn't record it because it was the same sturgeon, so that's pretty frustrating because we haven't really had many carp, and it would have been nice to have had another carp, but it is what it is. It's a fish, I'll take it. Unfortunately I can't count that one because it is the same fish, but yeah, it's looking good. It's my dad's turn on the rod now because I can't take 2 fish, even if they are sturgeon, and then not give them the next take. So it's his turn. So we'll have to see what happens in the night. Hopefully you'll see me in the night. If not, I'm sure you'll see me in the morning, and I'm giving you an update. Tomorrow's the final day, unfortunately. Yeah, it's all sort of come around too quick. But it is what it is. We'll have to see what happens, and yeah, I'll speak to you later. Right, so I'm going to show you how I tie my favoured rig, the Slip D. I've already done a video on this, but I tied it slightly different back then. So I use one of 3 hooks. I either use the Ridge Monkey Apex Beak Point hooks. Very good hook. I've got a lot of confidence in it. I use a slightly different one. This is the Thinking Angles Curve Point, so it's slightly less sharp at the top, but it gets an equally good hook point. But it's got quite an aggressive point there, so it's a curve point. So it's got quite an aggressive point. Still sharp. And then the other hooks I use are the Incredible Tackle Avenger Beak Point hooks. Now these are similar to the Ridge Monkey Apex Beak Point hooks. So you've got quite a whittled down point, which is very sharp. You do tend to get the hook points to turn over after each fish, but that is what you get with a sharp hook. So it's got very sharp hook, and yeah, these are good hooks. So what I'm going to use for today's one is the curve point. So I'm in France, I want a little bit more of an aggressive point, so I'm going for the curve point. So you want to take about 10 to 11 inches of your chosen hook link material. This is called a camo, swear by it. Yes, really good. I know some people use Thinking Angles Tungsten. That's good. That's a good material as well. My friend Josh uses that. That's a very good material. You've also got the N-Trap Soft. I've used that quite a bit, but I just prefer the Cauda Camo. So you want to strip back about 3 to 4 inches of your coated material, and then what you're going to want to do is double it over, so you're creating a sort of loop. And then all you're going to do is you're going to get your micro ring swivel here, just slide it on there. So this bit here is essentially your D section. It's going to be your D section. I've got to try and find the hook that I put down there. Here we are. And then what you're going to want to do is simply just take this, pass it through onto the bend, so pass it from the point. And now this is the important bit. This is where you create your D section, and you want to see how sort of long you want it to be. So obviously the 2 tags are going to go towards the point. So whoosh, there was a bird hacking at my dad's hook bait in his bivvy. Scared it off. And then yeah, so you want to pass this one through as well. So now this is the important bit. It's a very simple rig to tie. Some people can mess this up. So I tend to go just slightly past the barb. I wouldn't want to go any further than I go, because it can just escape. I try and get the D as long as I can get it without it messing up. So that's fine like that. So now you're going to want to do 3 or 4 turns around the shank of the hook. 3, 4. And now what you're going to do is you're going to pass it back towards the point. Put it down tight. So now, line up. Middle rod. Just redone that actually. It's promising. So now you created your rig. You can leave it like this, but I like to put something over knotless knot. So you can either use a kicker, which works quite well, but personally I like to use shrink tube. So, there's a few ways you can fish a shrink tube. You can either fish it with a little bit of a curve, so you're fishing it like a kicker, or you can fish it how I like to use it, which is liner style. So all you need to do for this is get your bait needle and just sort of halfway up there, 3/4 of the way even, just poke it through so you create a little hole. And then you're going to want to get your hook link, and instead of going through the thick bit of the shrink tube, you're going to want to pass it so it comes out that little hole you've created. Ooh, slid back through there. Right, so now you're just going to want to put it down, and there you are. That is your rig. Now I like to add an anti-tangle sleeve on it. Takes back tangles, and I use a quick change swivel so it keeps it on. So I'm going to get one of them. I ran out, so I'm just going to take it off of an old rig, and then I'm going to get the kettle on the go to steam this rig down, and then I'll show you that. Right, so you're just going to shrink tube down, and I just like to straighten out the rig. Don't have to do it, but that's got it nice and straight for tonight. And then I've done another one here a little bit before. Steam that down. So that will go haywire. Right, so that's sorted. So actually got your rig steamed down and straightened out. Almost. So now you're all sorted. So I'm going to show you the hook bait combination I've been using. I've been using a Hydra K 15mm hardened hooker with an AA Baits topper, pop-up toppers. Been going for a yellow one. Yellow's gonna be my go-to colour. So what I want to do is put them on your bait needle. So, and then you're going to want to take some bait floss. Just a little bit, because you don't need much. Then you thread that through, so you've got a doubled section here. Then you want to just put that on like so. Trim off the excess, and then you're going to want to grab your lighter. It's quite hard to do in the wind, and then just attempt to blob it down. It's not going to go very well. I'm going to burn myself in a minute. I did exactly that. Then just blob it down. And then that is hook bait sorted. And then yeah, that is my go-to rig and hook bait presentation. Well, I say go-to hook bait presentation. I normally use a little snowman, so I cut half of the bottom bait off, and then half a Northern Special pop up, and then that just sits like a snowman. But yeah, I've also been using a double tiger. That's done us a few bites, and it's done my uncle and my cousin all of their bites, but that is my rig. So yeah, I will speak to you in a bit. Right, so it's the final day. It's about 4:30. Half 4. Yeah, no action last night. Obviously we had the 4 fish yesterday. Well, 2 carp, 4 sturgeon, one of them being the same fish. But yeah, the wind's been pushing down here all day, but we haven't really seen anything. I say that, I've seen one crash and maybe one head and shoulder, but that's pretty much been it. My uncle had a 50-pound common today. That was a mega fish. I'll pop some photos of that. And they had 4 last night. They've had 2 today, so they're doing really well. But yeah, absolute cracking fish he had there. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. We're gonna have to get the rods in soon, go out for dinner. But after that, we'll see what the night or the evening can produce. Hopefully it can produce something good. We are hoping for a big one tonight. It's my dad's turn on the rods, so he deserves that if he can get one. It's been a tough week, put a lot of effort in, and we've worked it a lot. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. So I will speak to you in a bit. Good evening. It's the final night. We're all sorted. Got all the rods out. Just heard a fish crash down to my dad's right, so that's a promising sign. But yeah, we'll have to see what the night brings. Nothing today, unfortunately. We've had a bite every day up until now, so that's a bit of a bummer. But fishing is fishing, and they clearly just weren't down here in enough numbers. To be fair, no one's actually had, I think there was 2 fish out this morning. But yeah, that was pretty much it, none for the day. But it's all to play for tonight. I just heard that fish crash, which is promising. Hopefully they can proper get down here and we can bag a few. But it's my dad up next on the rods, so if we do catch, you'll probably see him, not me holding the fish. But we'll have to see. We still might get more than one bite, but yeah, I mean, we've got enough rods to get more than one bite. But yeah, well, I said there was no bites in the day. Actually, there was a 50 out today. I've already told you about that. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens tonight. I'm just sitting on my moon chair in the porch of my bivvy, so I'm probably gonna put this up in the lodge or the little hut and get in the bag and get some sleep, because, well, my dad's got a lot of driving tomorrow. I haven't actually got to do any driving, so I'll be fine. But yeah, we got an 8-hour long ferry journey. Well, we got 3 hours to get to the ferry, a couple hours to wait, 8 hours on the ferry, then we got to get off, then we got to get through the thing, so that's another hour and a bit, and then we got a 2-hour journey back, so we'll probably end up getting home at sort of midnight, 1 o'clock. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But I'll probably take my camera and keep you updated on the journey. But yeah, if I don't see you in the night, I'll see you in the morning. And yeah, we'll have to see what the night brings. Right, so this is the end of the session. Yeah, I had a pretty good time. Unfortunately, not the best week for me and my dad, but both my uncles and my cousin had a good week. They landed nearly 30 fish, and then my uncle had about 10. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.